Hi everybody, my name's Chris. I run Retro Consoles UK and am a part-time eBay reseller. So I thought this week I've had a really good strong week in eBay sales, so I thought I'd do a special video looking back over my sales from the last 7 days. So total sales were 58 items altogether for a value of £1,708. So that does include postage on most items, and obviously you have to take out fees. So I'm not going to go through all 58. I'm going to pick out some of the best ones from the last week and we'll fire right into it. So don't forget, if you like this kind of content, I do sales videos, I do a lot of retro video games based videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and let's fire right into it. So I'm going to go through then. So the first sale is one from yesterday. So this is vintage retro cockpit board game. I think it's late 70s, early 80s. I bought it as part of a massive games bundle from a woman. Stuck around for a little while, but I managed to get £25 for it, free postage. Happy to get it out the door, and another great sale. Next up is another pop. So you would have seen in a recent video, I picked up about 40 pops. This one is a Disney Alice looking through the looking glass. So we managed to get £20 for this, including postage. That only owes me a couple of pounds, so another great sale and out the door. Next up is a Star Wars Episode 1. So I've got loads of the Star Wars Episode 1 stuff. I tend not to do as well with the Episode 1 stuff as I do with the stuff before. But happy with this sale. I had it up for £30. Managed to get, so it's the Galactic Senate playset from Micro Machines. So we managed to, I took an offer of £25 and happy to get it sold. Next up is another board game. So this was picked up in a charity shop. The woman was just about to put it out on the shelf and she had it in her hands. And she stood talking for ages and ages and ages. As soon as she finished talking, I was like, is that for sale? Grabbed it, I looked it up quickly while she was holding on to the item. It was £5 or £6. I managed to get £25. It's been up for a couple of days. It's one of those things that was sat on my death pile for ages. I knew I needed to get listed, got it listed, and got it sold straight away. So don't forget to get through your death pile. If you've got anything hanging around that's not listed, get it up because you might get a really fast sale, which is super great. Next up is a Micro Machines piece. So I picked up loads of these small Micro Machines play sets. This one was more Italian police, as you'll see from the picture. So it's more specific for Italy, and it's gone back to Italy. So it's all in Italian. It was all the Italian police department, all their bikes, cars, planes and boats and stuff. So this is off to Italy. We've got full asking price of £24.99. I'm super happy with that. Next up is some lamps. So I bought these. These were retail arbitrage. I picked these up maybe a month ago. I thought I'd do really well on them. They've sat around and sat around and sat around. So I'll still make a bit of profit on these, but just looking to get my money back out of them. This sold for £30. Actually, two sold together. None sold for weeks and weeks and weeks. Two sold together. Got them out the door. £30 each, including postage. Super happy with that. One thing I've started recently picking up as well is Disney Plushes. Get them in really good condition. If you can pick them up for a few pound. Obviously try and look out for the ones that have Disney Store printed on the foot. This one didn't, but I managed, this is a 14-inch piglet. Only a couple of quid into it. I managed to get $14.99 for it, so I'm super happy with that. Next up is another part of all the toy lot I picked up recently. So this is R2-D2 Disney figure, talks, and brand new sealed in the box. I think they still sell it in the Disney Store actually. Had up for about £45–50. Had an offer of £40. Happy to get it sold. Another one is a pop. So another pop that I sold. So this is Ghostface from the movie Scream. Again, had it up for £60. Don't be afraid to take offers. Send out offers to watchers as well. So this one was up. Had up for £60. The guy messaged me saying, will you take 50? And I was happy to take £50. Thank you very much. Next up is a thing I have about 5 or 10 of these, and I thought I'd really struggle to sell them, but I've sold 2 or 3 now and they're doing really well. So this is a trash pack garbage bin truck. So essentially it's a bin truck. Really nice piece, colourful, bright, but I wasn't sure that bin trucks would really sell. But this one got £30 for me and I'm super happy about this. Next up is a game you would have seen in the recent pickups video. So this is Risk. I went through, counted every single piece. This is the version from 1992. Really great game, classic game. out the door, picks up for a couple of pounds, and for £19.99 I can't complain. That's a great sale there. Next up is another thing that was a really quick flip. So this is a vintage Russ Christmas troll. My partner picked this up, Adina. It drew us a couple of quid, picked it up, sold straight away, full asking price, £19.99, out the door, great sale. Next up is a thing I picked up at an auction. I went to an auction a couple of weeks back. I didn't do particularly well. I only picked a few things up, and I think I overpriced. But this is a vintage Roberts radio. So I put it up for a high price because I paid so much for it, thinking I might get £30. Had it up for £39.99 plus postage. Great sale, going to its new owner, probably a Christmas present. Very happy with that. Next up, we've got another trash pack. So this is a trash pack junk truck, new and sealed. Difficult to say. So again, this sold for £39.99. Really happy about that. Strong sale. Didn't think I'll get anywhere near that, but super happy that I am. Probably toy items, obviously with lockdown in England and the central belt in Scotland. I'm in the north of Scotland. We don't have any lockdown here, so I'm still picking stuff up. Happy to see that go for £40. And next up is one I've had for quite a long time. So I thought I normally do my page is called Retro Consoles UK. So I always do well with consoles, gaming related items. So I thought this PS Vita, lovely condition. I thought it would go out the door really fast, but unfortunately it's taken ages to sell. I sent out offers of £100 to maybe 20 people. No sniff, not a bite, not even an offer back, a lower amount. They just it didn't do anything. But I did get full asking price of £120, £119.99, including postage. Super happy it's off to its new owner. And like I say, it was a lovely condition console. I'm just surprised it hung around for so long. Next up is a board game that a couple of the charity shops I go to, one of them has, as a lot of them do, they'll have a display with all Christmas items on, new and sealed toys. I've seen this up there. I know this kind of games tend to do really well. Again, you would have seen it in a recent pickup video. So this is Kingdom Builder board game. It was brand new. There was a bit of damage to the cellophane, which I listed as well. Had it up for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Only drew me a couple of quid. I got a full asking price of £39.99. Probably could have held out for a bit more, but to turn a couple of pounds into £40, I'll do that all day long. So great sale there, Kingdom Builder. Next up is some Star Wars pieces. So lady was messaging me back and forth, and I don't mind bundling up items so they can save on postage. So this was 2 Star Wars figures. So it was a B-Wing and it was a Snow Racer. Disney Storks, not particularly old, maybe a couple years old. So I had them up for £25 each. I posted them together and she saved on the shipping. So £50, excellent sale. Next up is a video game. So I've had this one for a little while, which is surprising because I tend to do really well with Lego games. And this is Lego Batman 3 on the Xbox One. Had up for £10. The games were flying out in the first lockdown, but this one is finally sold and I managed to get £10 for it. Next up is another item, was a recent pickups video. This is an item I didn't know that was in the bag, in the big bundle. So this is a poly-bagged mail away item from Kenner when they released Indiana Jones in 1982. Like I said, I didn't realise it was there. It's featured in other videos. To get £69, I'm super stoked about that. Next up, this one was off to France. So these were Star Wars Galactic Hero big play sets. I couldn't find any other ones listed on eBay. Maybe these specific ones, maybe one or two similar. I stuck them up for £50, £60 each. Somebody offered me £110 for both of them. Like I said, they're going abroad, £110, super happy, great sale. Next up is a kids sewing machine. Now I've done really well with these in the past, and it's not something I would particularly look out for before, but this one sold. This is a Singer sewing machine, kids in a box, 2000 lock stitch, for £49.99, which is great money. I think I picked this up from a British Heart Foundation. I paid 10-15 quid for it, £50, and I've sold all the kids sewing machines I've ever had. I mean, it's only 3 or 4, but they've all sold really well. Really strong sale, definitely one to look out for. Next up is an Indiana Jones 3-item bundle. Again, a woman was back and forth. She wanted to combine postage. I did a decent discount on all of them together. So she picked 3 figures that she wanted for her son. So these were Indiana Jones Temple of Doom 3-figure bundle. So we agreed on £65, which is great for me. They only owe me a couple of pounds each. £65, great sale, and she got a good deal as well. Next up, let's skip to the next page. We have another Micro Machines bundle. So this went out. Oh no, we don't. No, we don't. Here we do. Another Micro Machines bundle. So this is 3 items that sold together. This is Ghana Abroad. So this is a Micro Machines Star Wars mini sets. They sold all together. They're off to France or Italy. We bundled them up together to save GSP postage for the buyer. We got £135 for it. Super happy. Another one at the door. Another trash back. So another bin lorry, essentially. So this is another one. This is Trash Pack Limited Edition Garbage Truck. We got $39.99 for it. Only a few pound into it, maybe a £5 into it. Again, great sale, and they're doing really well for me. Next up is another item I picked up. So this is Star Wars Rebels. Part of the massive toy bundle I got 3 Star Wars Rebels sets. And this one I managed to get $29.99 for. Great sale, and out the door. Next up, we have one that my partner picked up. So this is a Robo Alive green snake. So it's like a robotic snake that moves about. I didn't think there was much value in it. I would have probably picked it up myself. She picked it up for a few pound, and we managed to get $16.99 for it out the door. Excellent sale. Next up is a Micro Machines. So I picked up, like I said before, loads of Micro Machines. Most of it was Star Wars and other 90s film related. This piece wasn't. This is Famous Flyers, good condition. Had it for £35, £40. Took an off for £31. Didn't owe me very much, and a great sale out the door. Next up is another playset. So like I said, we picked up loads of these playsets recently as well. So this was Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's made by Funko. Managed to get $19.99 for it. Great sale, and out the door. Next up is I've got 3 or 4 of these sets. These are Simpsons 20th Anniversary Limited Edition sets. Had them up. I know they were going for good money. I think I put this up for $90. Somebody offered me £82 for it. Super happy with that. Great to get that sale out the door. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next one. So, like I've said in previous videos, SpongeBob games on the PS2 are really definitely one to look out for. Again, another strong sale. This one sold. This is Battle of Bikini Bottom. Got $10.99 for it. Great sale out the door. Perfect. Definitely one to look out for. Next up, another one, the Indiana Jones stuff I've sold. I'm doing really well with this at the moment. So this is a 12-inch talking action figure. Released mid-2000s, so not particularly old. Great item. Had up for £45 and took the full asking price, $49.99. Next up is a pop figure. So this is a Funko Pop. This is The Rock. So I had this up for $49.99 and we got full asking price. So great sale, $49.99 for a Funko Pop for The Rock. Great sale. Next up is a board game I've had for a little while. So this is a vintage Kaplunk game, 1991. Again, had this up for about 6 months. Hang around. I tend to do really well with the vintage board games, especially the 80s and 90s stuff. This did sit around a while, which was surprising. We got £15 for it. A great sale out the door. Next up, another figure playset. So this is Marvel Avengers figurine playset. I think they still sell. They don't sell this exact set, but they sell these kind of sets in the Disney store all the time. This one was £25. Great sale. Thank you very much. Next up is a Darth Vader 10-inch sealed figure. So this, press the button and it did talk different commands and stuff. Made by Disney Store. I think it was exclusive for the Disney Store. Had it up for $49.99. Got full asking price. Great strong sale. Another one at the door. Next up, recently picked up 3 football shirts. I bought them on eBay as a job lot. So this is a Germany away shirt. So 2 of them have sold now. The England one sold straight away. And this was the Germany away one. Double XL. So big size. From the World Cup 2008. $29.99 full asking price. Great sale. So next up is an item that I wouldn't normally pick up, or I've never picked up in the past. So this is a Kodak Carousel slide projector. So big heavy thing. Tested it, it was all working, the lights working, everything was good. Like I said, I would have walked past this 100 times in the charity shop. But I thought, while I was in there, I'll look it up, and it demanded good money. I had it up for £100. Somebody offered me £80, so I bit their hand off. Happy to get it out the door, big heavy thing, £80. Cost me a fraction of that from the charity shop. Great pickup and great sale. Next up was a bag. When I picked up all the toys, I picked up all the big lot of toys. There was loads of little bags of Star Wars figures. So these are called fighter pods. There was 100 in the bag. I didn't even know they were there. I didn't put any value on it when I purchased them. To get $49.99, I was absolutely amazed. I couldn't believe it. I thought I'd put up for £50 and take £20 or £30. Somebody came in, full asking price, super happy. Next is another death pile item. So like I was saying before, I'm really bad, as a lot of eBay sellers are, for picking stuff up and cherry picking the best stuff and sticking the other stuff aside and listing for another date. So this is a Star Wars R2-D2 3D puzzle. I've had it for years and years. It's sat, it's always been in a death pile. It's never done anything. I thought, right, I got furloughed last week. I've got a bit of time. I'll stick it up, see what I can get out of it. Sold within a day. Full asking price, $49.99. Super happy, thinking to myself, why did you not list it weeks, if not months and months ago? But I'm glad it's sold now. It's off to its new home. £50 in the pocket. Great. Next up is from Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom of Pain. This came with as like a bundle with the game. This is the collector's edition hand. Had up for £50-60. I didn't really know what it would do. Souls were all over the place. Took an offer of £45. Happy to get it gone, and that's £45 back in our account as well. Next up is another playset. This is Disney Store exclusive. Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, nice strong sale. These have been doing really well. The playsets coming up to Christmas. Full asking price, $29.99. Great sale. And straight into another playset. This is the Spider-Man one. This is the Ultimate Spider-Man 6-figure set. Again, $29.99. Great sale, out the door. Very happy. Next up is a FIFA game. So I tend not to, obviously, FIFA games 9 times out of 10 are not worth anything. This was part of a bundle. The later FIFA games, so 17, 18, 19 on the PS3 do really well. They're really sought after. That's the end of the PlayStation FIFA games for that particular console. So this was FIFA 17. Had up for £10. People were offering me £5 all day long. Stuck to my guns. Someone came in, full asking price. £10 for a FIFA game is really good money, especially one from 2017. Next up, we have another playset. So like I say, playsets have been doing really well. So this was Disney Store figurine playset. Again, $29.99. Great sale. Thank you very much. And jump into the last one. So this is a Star Wars Black Series Jabba the Hutt. Had it up for £90. Had stuck around for a little while. There was a lot of interest in. Sent out offers. Took £75. Super happy to get it sold. So thank you very much. What did you think? Like I say, I've had an amazing week this week. Probably an amazing 2 weeks. We're doing over £100, sometimes 200, 300, 400 pound sales in a day, which is amazing. Probably wouldn't have got all those sales if I didn't pick all the toilet up recently, but I did pick the toilet up. I took the gamble, I spent the money, and now I'm reaping the rewards. Like I say, 58 items is amazing for a week's worth of sales. And to get £1,708, I'm super happy. So thank you very much for watching. Hope your week's going really well. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. I have videos every few days coming out. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.